Do you wait on your weight to live your best life? All right, this is a video, has nothing to do with your weight, whatever your weight might be, nothing to do with that. This is a video about, are you waiting on your weight to live your best life? And how do you stop waiting on your weight to live your best life? And what has waiting on your weight already cost you in your life, in your relationships, in your friendships, in your ambitions, in your joy? Here's the deal, y'all. I go deep into this because there's so many lies. There's so many lies that lead to self-doubt in our lives. And it is time to start embracing and igniting those truths that wake up worthiness. And one of the biggest lies I go deep into the book Worthy about is called Your Weight Determines Your Worth, which is a lie. And the chapter is called Don't Wait on Your Weight. Here's the thing. Have you ever canceled plans because you didn't like how you looked? Or had you ever, opted out of the photo or stood in the very back or didn't go on the date or didn't put on the swimsuit or missed out on a fun memory and a fun experience all because you didn't like how you looked? So here's the deal. If you've ever felt this way, you are not alone. In fact, and this is a shocking statistic, 89% of girls and women, studies find 89% of girls and women opt out of meaningful activities with friends, family, loved ones because of the way they look. It's astonishing. It's astonishing. And I go into deep about this belief that's a lie, that somehow our weight determines our worth. It is such a lie. And our belief system, which I've heard called BS, belief system, which is usually BS, can be so powerful. And if we're not careful and if we're not aware of it, and if we don't learn how to change our limiting beliefs into beliefs that are empowering, it can come at a price that is way too expensive in our lives. I built a company called It Cosmetics where millions and millions of women felt inspired and empowered because I would take my makeup off and show my bright red rosacea and just explain how I don't see this as a flaw. Every one of us is beautiful, every single one of us. And even through that journey, I still struggled to feel enough in a swimsuit. So imagine this, I'm CEO of a $1 billion business that inspires millions of women, and I literally would struggle to even put on a swimsuit, right? I had so much body doubt. And here's one of the tools I implemented in my life to change it, because I was waiting on my weight to have fun. I was waiting on my weight to have experiences. And when I had my daughter Wonder, I'll never forget, we went to the pool for the first time. She was about 1 year old. And I had just had it. And I thought to myself, this belief system I have that somehow my weight determines my worth. I know it's a lie in my soul, right? The truth lives in our soul. It's what we know in our gut and our intuition. If we pray or meditate, we'll hear it and we'll know it. We are more than enough exactly as we are. But my self-doubt and these lies that my belief system was telling me my whole life, that your weight determines your worth, had cost me so much. And I had this moment when my daughter Wonder was 1. And I was literally about to opt out of swimming and just have my husband Paula go with her. And I just was like, you know what? I had this huge aha moment. What has waiting on my weight already cost me in my life? The answer was way too much. And when I listed out all the things, and then I looked at my daughter and I'm like, I am teaching her right now that somehow she's not enough to just wear the swimsuit and embrace who she fully is if I'm gonna hold back from doing it. And I had to stack all the pain that waiting on my weight had cost me and realize, you know what? That pain is far more than whatever story I'm telling myself about who's gonna judge me or this or that in a swimsuit. And that was when I completely changed my belief system. I replaced the old limiting belief of my weight determines my worth, or I'm somehow not enough, or whatever, with new empowering beliefs. Like I am setting an example for my daughter to know she is fully worthy right now. Or you know what? I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna shake my cellulite with pride at this public pool at the hotel because I know it's gonna give another woman or man, permission to do the same, to feel less alone and more enough in their skin. Like I had to flip the meaning that I gave to it. And I just want to share this with you today. And if this is, if you're somebody that has let how you look hold you back, whether it's literal weight or it's the weight of other people's expectations or the weight of worry, just take a moment and write out what has waiting on that weight already cost you in your life. And is that pain too much? And is it time to replace those old limiting beliefs with new ones? So I have a whole chapter called Don't Wait on Your Weight in here, and I go deep into how to do this. And I'm going to read you just a little excerpt that I close the chapter with, because I think that for so many of us, this has cost us way too much. Way too much in our lives. And I think learning how to distinguish between what your belief system says and what your knowing says, right? Our belief system is the self-doubt, the thoughts in our mind that we can replace with empowering beliefs. And if we are wondering, is this a limiting belief? Tune into your soul. It'll tell you. Your knowing, right? Your intuition, your knowing will tell you, oh, that is a lie. You are more than enough. So I'm going to read you an excerpt from Worthy that just kind of talks about the difference between your knowing and your belief system. So your belief system says, don't put on a swimsuit. Your knowing says, enjoy the waves splashing on your skin. Be grateful you have the mobility to move in the water. You have strong legs and feet and that feel the sand between your toes. You can feel the sunshine on your skin and the breeze hitting it, okay? That's the difference between what our thoughts and self-doubt will say and what our knowing says. Your belief system says, everyone's staring at you and judging. Your knowing says, your confidence in your body is giving another woman a permission slip to have confidence in hers. Your belief system says, watch your weight. Your knowing says, watch your soul. Your belief system says, the cellulite is awful. Your knowing, the truth, says, the genetic cell structure your creator designed with you is perfectly made for you and has no meaning other than what we give it. Your belief system says, I should feel embarrassed of my mom bod or dad bod. Your knowing says, be an example for your children of how they should feel about their bodies. Your belief system says, when I get to my goal weight, I'll be more successful. Your knowing says, a false belief will always leave you poor. Your belief system says, when I fit into a certain size of jeans, then I'll have peace. Your knowing says, if a belief costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Your belief system says, my babies won't notice I'm sitting on the sidelines of the pool. Your knowing says, I'm setting an example for them to one day also believe they're not worthy of swimming. Your belief system says you should wait until you're a different weight to have fun. Your knowing says, either have fun now or be haunted by the regret for all the fun you missed out on. Your belief system says when you're slimmer, your family member will finally give you her approval. Your knowing says she will never approve of you until she learns to stop disapproving of herself. Your belief system says, replay that hurtful comment someone made about your body. Your knowing says, hurt people, and that comment has nothing to do with you. Your belief system says, judge the photo based on how your body looks in it. Your knowing says, feel the gift of that moment of life captured in that photo. Your belief system says, you look terrible. Decline the video call with your friend so that they don't judge you. Your knowing says, anyone who judges you is not your friend. Your belief system says, measure your life based on the number on the scale. Your knowing says, measure a life well lived by the scale on which you love. Your belief system says, skip the day of fun. There'll always be another party or reunion. Your knowing says, you can never get this day back. Your belief system says, wear those painful heels so your legs look longer and slimmer. Your knowing says, it's time to go barefoot and run free. Your belief system says, when you get to a certain size, then you'll be happy. Your knowing says, whatever you do, you take you with you. Your belief system says, when I get thinner, he'll love me more. Your knowing says, attraction comes from the exchange of emotional chemical energy, and size does not biologically impact emotional or chemical energy. Your belief system says, they told you you'd be so much happier when you lose the weight. Your knowing says, that's just their belief system lying to them. Your belief system says, wait, you're not ready. Your knowing says, your waiting and your waiting season are over. Do not wait on your weight to live your best life, to wear the swimsuit, to get back on the dating app, to show up as who you authentically are, to stand in front of the mirror and say, I am beautiful, literally right now. The time for waiting on your weight is over.